Hello and welcome to Bright Times. Today in our nuclear series The Bomb, we're going to look at what a nuclear bomb is made from and what different types there are. As we've said in previous episodes, we're not nuclear scientists and consequently we're not looking to make this complicated. So here's what we do know. We've probably all heard of the different terms to describe nuclear weapons. Atomic bomb, A-bomb, nukes, hydrogen bomb, H-bomb, thermonuclear bomb, dirty bomb. We all understand that these are not necessarily the same thing. But what if it is the case that there are big differences?
It's at this point we could go down the Warren hole of nuclear physics. But, as we said at the beginning, we are not nuclear scientists. And we're trying to keep it simple. And it's not a simple subject. So, just bear with me, right?
Now we're going to look at the different types of bombs. The first one we're going to look at is the atomic bomb. Now the atomic bomb was the first bomb ever made. Exploded, as you've seen, in 1945 in the United States. The bombs were made out of uranium-235 and plutonium-239. Little Boy was uranium-235 and Fat Man was plutonium-239. Now these were dropped from a plane and had different devices in order to make them explode. Little Boy, the first one, used what's called the gun method, whereas Fat Man used the implosion method. Either way, the implosion method is far more efficient. Now both methods use compression to bring the fissile material to a supercritical state. Once that critical state is reached, it's boom! Good night Vienna, as the saying goes. Or in this case, it was goodbye Hiroshima and goodbye Nagasaki. If you want to read more about the Manhattan Project, then the best reference we found is the United States Department of Energy. They've got a massive webpage dedicated to the Manhattan Project and the development of the atomic bomb. Yeah, so go and have a look. It'll keep you occupied for hours. But this is only the beginning. The scientific steamroller was in full roll. Edward Teller, Ullmann Stanislaw, and additional help from John van Neumann started theoretical investigations to the concept of using a stage design to achieve nuclear fusion reactions in a bomb. And this brings us quite nicely to our second bomb, the hydrogen bomb, the H-bomb, or quite terrifyingly known as the thermonuclear bomb. The first successful test of a hydrogen was conducted by the United States on the 1st of November 1952 at the Eniwetok Atoll in the Pacific Ocean. This bomb, codenamed Ivy Mike, had a total output of 10.4 megatons. If we look at the Hiroshima bomb on our nuke map in comparison to Ivy Mike, that's the difference between an atomic bomb and a thermonuclear bomb, or H-bomb. Now I think it's fair to say, if you were in the gang and you had nuclear fissile material, you would probably choose to build a thermonuclear bomb over a plain atomic bomb. It just makes a lot more sense. You're getting far more bang for your buck, right? So I'm not here to argue the toss if there's any atomic bombs left in the world. Obviously developing nations are going to make atomic bombs first, and then what they will do is they will make thermonuclear bombs. That appears to be the logical progression in the aim to get nuclear weapons. So don't think for 1 minute that just because the hydrogen bomb had been built, the scientific steamroller had stopped. It hadn't stopped at all. Samuel T. Cohen, one of the men who's seen as responsible for our next bomb, the neutron bomb. This is known as an enhanced radiation weapon. Quite simply put, a neutron bomb is a type of nuclear weapon designed to release large amounts of neutron radiation whilst minimizing blast and thermal effects. The primary purpose of a neutron bomb is to incapacitate or kill enemy personnel whilst causing minimal damage to structures and infrastructure. Now there's a lovely quote in Wikipedia. It says, "It was seen as a cleaner bomb for use against massed Soviet armoured divisions, as these would be used over Allied nations, notably West Germany. The reduced blast damage was seen as an important advantage." Now you can work that one out for yourself. You might want to go to the Brandenburg Gate, if you survive, and take some pictures in your NBC suit whilst you're dying of radiation poisoning. Now, it is without question that the Americans built and deployed neutron bombs. These were deployed in the United States. They were never deployed in Europe. European governments were not very happy about the idea of neutron bombs on their territory. Now, for whatever reason, the Americans continued to deny existence of and use of neutron weapons. The Cox report in 1999 stated the Americans had never deployed a neutron weapon, but everyone knows that's not the case. It's there on Wikipedia and various other sites for you to find out just for yourself. To make this even worse, the French and the Chinese are known to have tested neutron weapons or enhanced radiation bombs. Pakistan also has built a significant number of neutron bombs, and in August 1999 the Indian government stated it was quite capable of producing a neutron bomb. Let's make one thing very clear. Let's not be naive and think these countries have just got rid of their neutron bombs because it was a good thing to do. Every single nuclear country, I would assume, has or will be developing neutron bombs. Now, you can shout and scream as much as you like in the comments about your country and neutron bombs if they haven't got them. Frankly, it's all out there. All you got to do is look. We've looked at atomic bombs, H-bombs, neutron bombs. Now, all of these have been built and deployed. Lastly, we're going to look at something called a Cobolt bomb. Now, a Cobolt bomb is a theoretical designed nuclear weapon. Now, I say theoretical with a healthy dose of irony. A weapon of last resort, a weapon that would wipe out life on Earth, bar probably the cockroaches and some of the other very resilient things that live on our planet. Not forgetting everyone that's in a bunker. It is quite possibly the most awful kind of nuclear weapon. It's stated that the concept of a Cobolt bomb was originally described in a radio program by our old friend Leo Szilard on the 26th of February 1950. He suggested that an arsenal of Cobolt bombs would be capable of destroying all human life on Earth. This is very much disputed. But disputed as it is, it doesn't take away the fact that it is seen as a doomsday weapon. It almost brings us back to that very childhood experience of, well, if I can't win or I can't have it, no one's going to have it. And sadly enough, that is the way it is. That's where we are at. There are two types of nuclear bomb: fission, or a combined fission and fusion, and both are utterly deadly. Both deliver radiation, and both can be made even more deadly by deliberately increasing the amount of neutron fallout, or cobalt fallout, depending on your preference, of course. There's definitely a few things to think about here. Anyway, we hope we helped you understand where we stand with nukes today. But sadly, that was the last show in our series, The Bomb. We really hope you found it interesting and informative, if not terrifying at times. As I've said before, both myself and Tim believe everyone should be aware of the ramifications of a nuclear strike. Education is power, my friends. So let's hope calm heads prevail, because the consequences of the alternative are almost unthinkable. And on that note, the last thing I gotta say to you is peace and love to you all.